Hi guys, thanks for joining me for this weekend's Premier League preview. Let's have a look at the games that are going to be happening. Premier League only. And yeah, it's an interesting week. I have just finished Everton versus Arsenal match, which should be available for you to have a look at. Everton versus Arsenal is going to be playing on the 8 p.m. game on Saturday evening, and I went for Arsenal to win away from home. Usually with Everton, we tend to do pretty well, but we do have David Moyes now running it, and you've got Jack Grealish as well there. The team looks pretty bright. I am hoping we'll be able to overcome them because our talent in midfield and our new team looks pretty settled. I know we struggled against Wolves, but they had a crazy low block and they got motivated. So I'm hoping Everton are not that way minded and they'll just, turn up and do their thing and not come at us too much because I would not like it. I would not like it. Let's have a look to see what other games are going to be playing. So 12:30 kickoff, my time. Might be earlier or later where you are. Newcastle will be playing Chelsea. Newcastle doing pretty decently in the Euros, in the Champions League. Chelsea as well, flying high. Now, this match, let's see, I'm trying to remember what's happened. I feel like, okay, so Chelsea beat Cardiff in the Carabao Cup the other day. Newcastle drew. Did they draw? Oh, let's see what's happened to Newcastle. Newcastle beat Fulham. Oh, I left it. It was 1-1 before I turned the telly off. And then they lost Sunderland. Yes, so Sunderland had a big celebration last weekend when they beat Newcastle. A crazy rivalry. And then they drew in Europe against Bayer Leverkusen. But Newcastle are doing very well, considering it's probably the first time in years that they've been in the Champions League, doing pretty decently. And let's just look at Chelsea. Chelsea beat Cardiff City 3-1 in the Carabao Cup. And if Arsenal managed to beat Crystal Palace in their Carabao Cup fixture, it would be an Arsenal-Chelsea match. Now, I need to do a whole video on this because I don't want Arsenal playing Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. So they should just lose to Crystal Palace. Let them take it because we do not need the savagery that we encountered against Chelsea more than once or twice in the season. Chelsea had no intentions. They did not approach that game in a sporting way. They went there to do MMA. So basically, Arsenal, you've got my authority to tank there, play the kids against Palace and hope we lose. But there's no point going to play Chelsea so that they can beat us up on the pitch instead of play football. So yeah, that is my 2 cents on that. So whatever. So yeah, let's see. They beat Everton. Chelsea beat Everton 2-0 previous game. And then they lost to Atalanta. So we can guarantee Chelsea are not on it every single game. They flip-flop. You cannot predict how well they'll do. Away from home to Newcastle is going to be challenging. Let's have a look. Do I have any head-to-head? Let's see how they usually do between these two teams. Head-to-head. Last time in May, Newcastle beat Chelsea 2-0. And then Newcastle beat Chelsea quite a lot. They beat them as well in the EFL Cup in last season. But Chelsea in 2024 beat Newcastle at home. Away, they beat Chelsea home and away last season. Chelsea beat Newcastle home and away last season in the Premier League. So I'll go for a draw. A draw or a Newcastle win. AFC Bournemouth will be taking on Burnley. AFC Bournemouth, Semenyo, African Nations with Ghana. And they did pretty well. They almost won their last game against Manchester United. They were really up for it and they ended up drawing 4-4. So I'm going to go for a Bournemouth win despite having, one of the best players out to the AFCON. I'm going to go for a Bournemouth win, home advantage only. And Burnley are not exactly in good form, are they? Now, Brighton versus Sunderland. Sunderland are a problem. So, who's going to win? Let me do head-to-head. Let me check the head-to-head. I don't remember this match. Brighton draw. That was like in 2010. They haven't played for years, for a long time. So Brighton, more experience in the Premier League. Sunderland, demonic form. They are playing so well with Granit Xhaka. The influence is great. I think we could have an upset here, Draw or Sunderland. Man City playing West Ham. Man City have found their form. Their players have clicked. I need to do a whole video on Pep Guardiola's greatness because it looks like he's going to be winning the Premier League again this season ahead of Arsenal. He's got all the experience. His players are functioning greatly. They're functioning greatly. I think he's got 2 players going to AFCON, which is weird. Usually I would associate non-AFCON players with Man City, but he's got 2. He's one shaky, and at the game they played against Brentford, this Rand Cherky looks suspiciously African. 1 second. Oh, he's French. He's French. So he's there, and he's one of their best players this season. Who's African players playing for Man City? Mamouche is Egypt, and then Nouri, Algeria. I don't think they'll miss Ryan Nouri, will they? I don't think I've seen him play for such a long time, but these guys are going to the AFCON, and then you've got Omar Mamouche, but you've got Haaland, Foden up front. So yeah, they're going to be walking over West Ham. West Ham just do not have... Oh, wait a minute. West Ham do have a new manager. I keep forgetting they've got a new manager. What's his name? Nuno Espirito Santo. So they've got a Spirit Nuno, and I'm hoping he has had some success because we could do with them even getting a draw away to City. But City are good. Have you seen how Phil Foden is playing in that midfield? He is absolutely sensational. And then, of course, you've got the goals coming in from, what's his name? The tall, big Norwegian guy, Haaland. So, yeah. I'm going to go for Man City win only because I need to be realistic despite my wishes. Life doesn't seem to pander to my wants and needs. And then we've got Wolves versus Brentford. Wolves are terrible. Almost beat Arsenal the other day, or drew. Yeah, they almost drew with Arsenal the other day. I almost beat us, actually. They were quite, we had a good save at some point. But I'm going to go for a Brentford win because they're terrible. Tottenham versus Liverpool now. Tottenham versus Liverpool. Tottenham are terrible. They lose to nobodies and then they turn up for the big teams. But this season hasn't been the same. Thomas Frank has not been able to motivate them even to go after the big teams. So I'm going to go for a Liverpool away win. And that is at 7:30 p.m. And then we've got another game at 8 p.m. apart from the Arsenal game, which is Leeds United versus Crystal Palace. Leeds United, I'm going to go for a Leeds United win because they are showing some strengths and everything. Let me know what you guys think about these games on Saturday. And as you are doing this, if you've got this far, do not forget to like and subscribe, please, guys, and share this with, tell everybody that there's D on YouTube. There's Dalisa on YouTube who's, really enjoying this whole football blog thing. Now, again, we go to Sunday evening, 4:30 p.m. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Aston Villa is in incredible form. They've got a fantastic manager who used to manage Arsenal. Of course, you know him. And this game is really dangerous for Manchester United. Someone says they wouldn't... is it Mark Goldbridge? I think he said he wouldn't be surprised if Manchester United went ahead and beat Aston Villa. I don't think it's going to happen. Aston Villa are going to beat Manchester United, in my opinion, humble opinion. At home, Aston Villa have got so much resilience. They are conceding 2 and then coming back and winning the game. Manchester United do not have any of that. And Manchester United are also complaining because one of their players, who's this, the guy was confusing, Mazraoui, the Morocco FA refused to let him stay to play this game. They want him in camp training, which is, of course, the rules. At the end of the day, Man U should not be trying to force him to stay for this game. So he's going to go. He's left. He's at the African Nations Cup, getting ready to play for his country. But Manchester United made a complaint saying that he should have been allowed to play this match as well, which is ridiculous because the players were supposed to be in camp from the 8th. They were let to stay another week, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I'm going for an Aston Villa win in this match because I have got more than 5 brain cells. I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah, I can guarantee you. Let's see, do we have anything on Monday? Oh, Monday, we've got Nottingham Forest going to Fulham. Fulham have got a lot of their good players who are at the African nations playing for Nigeria. Iwobi, Chukwueze, Calvin Bassey. Nottingham Forest are in tremendous form as well. So it's going to be a barnstormer of the match. And I'm going to go for a Fulham win or a draw in this matchup. And then I'll come back. We've got a game on Tuesday on the 23rd, which we'll speak about. But yeah, those are the Premier League games that are going to be happening. And then, of course, you've got the table. Let's have a look at the table so that we get ready to see what's going to happen. We've got Arsenal, top of the league with 16 games played with 2 points only. So when Man City beat West Ham, they're going to be a point ahead of Arsenal with 37 points before Arsenal play later in the night, which is going to be anxiety-inducing for me. It's going to be a horrendous afternoon because we know what's going to happen. And then when Aston Villa playing after Arsenal, so it won't matter as much. Or they're playing after, so it won't matter as much. But yeah, so Man City possibly going to go top with 1 point until Arsenal play again. And then we'll go from there. So let me know what you think, you guys. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and tell everybody about this page. And then we can continue with our little growing community. A huge thank you to everybody so far who has helped support this page with your comments, your contributions, your likes, your subscriptions, your recommendations, your sharing, because honestly, I am having a great time interacting with all of you in the comments. So please continue to do so and help your girl out. This has been Dalisa on DSS. We'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.